ask for the truth on behalf of Destiny McCraney concerning relationship issues. About marriage, what's going on? I ask this in the name of truth, right conduct, peace, love and non-violence. Blessed be to the truth always. And we just cut the deck for you there, Destiny. And now we're going to see what's going on with the marriage, what's going on with the relationship, what's happening here. We'll just move the deck to the side here, and let's just see what the cards have to say. We'll deal out 3 cards. The first card is for the recent past, the next one is for the present, and then of course the one after that for the immediate future. Your immediate future in this relationship. Let's see what's been going on first of all by looking at the recent past. This is about a moon phase behind about 3 or 4 weeks or so ago. So just grab that card there and we'll just bring it around nice and slow and rotate it nice and slow there. Just flip it nice and slow to see. Don't disturb the energy. We'll just see what the energy is there for you. You've got the energy of the king. The king, of course, because with it being the royal court, they are people usually in your life. The king is probably the man in your life who's probably got the authority, got his hands on the money or whatever. Yes, with all sort of kingships and sort of anything like that, there has to be diplomacy, there has to be things being reasonable. But nevertheless, maybe it's his authority that's getting in the way in that regard. It can, of course, symbolise your own authority, I suppose, in the sense that you've been dishing out a bit of authority in that regard. But with it being a sort of like a person or in your life, a male, or like the Queen would represent you, for example, then of course I sort of sense here that it's him. It's more to do with, this is the male figure in your life having the authority and having his finger on all the buttons, as you would say, in more ways than one, I suppose, really. Let's see what's going on right now and we can sort of find out what energy is there. I'll just bring that round and just rotate that nice and slow, not to disturb the energy. You've got the energy of the Oracle. That's an interesting card for you, because seeking wisdom and guidance from elders at the minute is I suppose a priority. I suppose you're doing your homework right now. Maybe if you've been contemplating the D word, maybe then of course doing your homework to find out who the best lawyer is or whatever that is. But of course the D word sometimes is used as a means of point scoring or as a means of waking the other half up into saying, if you don't do what I do, what I want or whatever, if I can't get my own way, then this is what will happen. I don't often think that it is actually done, as you would say. That's another D word. But in this case, it seems as though right now, of course, the Oracle can symbolise literally that. The Oracle as you're using now, we're consulting the Oracle, we're consulting Spirit and trying to seek out answers that way. And maybe this could be your consultation of the occult to try and find out a bit more about the king and his authority over you. Maybe the king could represent the authorities in the sense of the system not working in your favour and you're feeling the pressure of it. But I still think it's him. I somehow think that it's your other half there. And of course the Oracle there, just seeking knowledge, wisdom and guidance from elders, of course, but more just doing your homework really at the moment and just seeing what's what and evaluating this and working out that, as you would say. I want to move on to the immediate future to see what this is, what's going on there. about the next 3 or 4 weeks or so, isn't it, into the immediate future. And we just rotate that card there, and as you can see, another person card, but this one is the Knight. He's from the Royal Court again, like the King is, and in this case he represents triumph over adversity, in the sense of whatever the problem is right now, you will find the answer right now, really, and in that sense. You will, it's alright, we're all having a drink at the minute. It's me and the boys over there, it's Bob just having a drink there, and just all watching our whistles at the moment. And maybe that's what you'll be doing, is putting the kettle on, just doing your homework, and the triumph over the adversity comes in the sense of you'll end up the winner at the end of this, maybe by reminding him that his dinner doesn't necessarily have to always be cooked. He can come and cook his own dinner if he wants. He can do the dusting and cleaning himself if he wants. He can wash his own clothes if he wants to do. It's his choice. He doesn't have to let you do it all. He might not scrub the step or clean the windows, but certainly he doesn't have to sleep with you at night, does he? He can be cold if he wants in the winter time. It's getting cold at winter, isn't it? That tends to. He can always be given the options. He can always be given a few hints. But of course, doing one's homework and working out. And coming up with a good plan, I suppose, really, isn't it? But the oracle there, the energy of the oracle provides the occult magic, the hidden knowledge, then, to come up with that, and the triumph over the adversity or adversaries there as well. If he is your adversary, in that sense, the triumph over adversity is there. The Knight is there to protect you with his shield, and the sword, of course, is to provide justice. So, of course, I want to somehow pull another card. I don't know why, but I'm greedy or something. I don't know what it is, and I feel like another card coming out here. Maybe just to see us into sort of February-ish, March, late February, sort of mid-March, something like that. I want to just pull this one out just to see what, after the triumph comes, what comes after the triumph. Yes, the energy, the elemental energy of the sun, just indicating really that your perseverance will be rewarded. So he does indicate that whatever you suppose, if at first you don't succeed, try a bloody gun until you do. And this is what it does, even if it means just knowledge is power, of course, right now, isn't it? With you seeking magic and the sort of occult knowledge and the knowledgeable sort of energy that magic provides. Real magic works in the real world, as you know. Fantasy magic just works in fantasy land where nothing exists there, does it really? But it looks as though, yes, your perseverance will be rewarded literally in that sense, as the sun god Ra rises up there and says that things will start lighting up. You'll be the winner here, because, like I say, reminding him that he may have the authority, he may have the money to buy you a new broom handle, or a new vacuum cleaner, or a new cooker, or whatever. Nevertheless, he might have the money to buy the food, but if he wants to cook it himself and do it himself, then he can do it. He's been given that choice, because it looks as though, I don't know why I'm getting this sort of sense, but it looks as though I feel as though you may have an alternative place to go where things can sort of settle down, or maybe temporarily, or whatever, regardless if worst comes to the worst. But the worst won't come to the worst. I somehow feel there's a wake-up call on the way here, and you are onto a winner, and it'll happen this month. The fact that you'll be rewarded from that, any rewards or anything, any sort of turning over new leaves that he does, will happen probably around about March time, springtime, when he realises that yes, the birds and bees are there, and of course we can all seek a new mate if we want to in the springtime and enjoy ourselves in the summer with a new friend, a new mate. And it doesn't necessarily be that, but it doesn't have to be that because we're married, and of course we have to show respect to the sort of the family unit that what we've got. And but the option is there if need be, if problems do occur again. Of course, if there's any physical violence or any sort of psychological abuse, of course he's in the seat of power there if there were any. But if there was any psychological or physical abuse, then of course we know the answer is OUT, don't we? But for now we're doing our homework, which will put you onto a winner, and of course you will be rewarded in the long run. There will be success there on a plate for you, as the was it Cross and Blackwell advert? I can't remember now. Success on a plate for you, or I don't know what it is. That's getting back a bit. So with that then, for now, Destiny, remember the name Destiny. It's a very good name, that, because do you believe in fate or do you believe in destiny? And of course that's the difference. So remember your name. It holds a lot of power, doesn't it? With that, for now, these cards have spoken.